There are three ways to add routing information to the routing table: automatic, static, and dynamic. The automatic method adds the directly connected network and locally available host routes. The static method adds the static, floating static, and default routes. The dynamic method adds the dynamic routes. In this video, we will learn how to use the automatic method to add routing information to the routing table. In the automatic method, we assign IP configurations to router interfaces. From each assigned IP configuration, the router automatically adds two routes to the routing table. These routes are directly connected network route and the local host route. The router uses the directly connected route to reach the network connected to the interface. A router's interface works as a default gateway for the connected LAN network. When we assign an IP address to an interface, the router adds the network address of the assigned IP address to the routing table as the directly connected network. In this lab, we have two LAN networks connected through a router. The IP addresses we will configure on these interfaces will work as default gateway IP addresses for these LAN networks. Let us assign IP addresses to these interfaces. The IP address command in interface configuration mode assigns the IP address to the interface. By default, the router keeps all interfaces in the down state. We must start the interface after assigning the IP address. The no shutdown command starts the interface. Assign IP addresses on both interfaces and start them. When we start an interface, the router reads its IP configuration and adds or updates routing information in the routing table. If the routing table has no entry for the interface, it adds routing information based on the assigned IP configuration. If it already has routing information, it updates the related information. It uses the local host route to accept incoming remote connections and debug requests from various troubleshooting protocols. After assigning IP addresses and starting both interfaces, use the show IP route command to verify the added routes. It added these routes from the IP configuration of the interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/0. From the Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface's IP configuration, it included these routes. After assigning IP addresses to the router's interfaces, let us configure the IP addresses on the PCs. A router's interface works as the default gateway for the connected LAN network. Configure the connected interface's IP address as the default gateway IP address. Routers use the routing table to make forwarding decisions. If a route for the destination address of an incoming data packet is available in the routing table, the router uses it to forward the incoming packet. Since the router automatically adds routes for directly connected networks, we do not need to statically or dynamically add routes to the routing table. It is called automatic routing. Using the routes added by the automatic routing methods, the router automatically enables communication between all directly connected LAN networks. To verify this, we can check connectivity between both LANs. Send ping requests from a PC on the first LAN to a PC on the second LAN. Reply messages confirm that both PCs have connectivity. It verifies the routes added by the automatic routing method. That's all for this video. We will learn about the static routing method in the next video of this series. If you have any comments, suggestions or queries about this video, please share them in the comment section.